Shadow work. What is shadow work? To put it simply, it's talking about your emotions. It's talking about the repressed feelings and the fucked upness going on in your head. Talking about it, releasing it. Like, like making it conscious, like bringing it to your awareness so that you can deal with it and release it. That's what shadow work is, like bringing that negativity up to the surface so you can deal with it, so that it doesn't control you. It doesn't live in your subconscious anymore. By making the subconscious conscious, you control it, and that no longer controls you. Right? Shadow work is just what we all need to be doing so that mass shootings and stuff like that stop happening. Aggression, aggression is anger, is like our biggest shadow quality. So if we bring anger to the surface and we talk about it and we deal with it, like have communication on it, and then we can start setting boundaries around it about what's okay and like how to deal with this, repressed anger or whatever it is. Fear is a big one, usually fear, and anger and just neediness. This is a lot of things that we like to think aren't okay about ourselves that we've pushed to the back and ignored because, like, the hero complex. We all have a hero. There's a hero complex in society. So, like, people, they think they always need to be the good guy. They think they always need to be saving somebody. They need to be fixing somebody because there's a villain. There's the problem with the hero complex is it inevitably creates a villain. There inevitably if there's good, there inevitably has to be a bad to counteract the good. So the good goes around creating the bad, deeming things bad because it doesn't like it, so that it can go and change it to make it good. The problem with that is there's not any good and bad. Doesn't exist. These are human concepts that we have come up with to use as a tool for judgment. And that can be useful when it comes to, out in nature. Gotta, you see a tiger. You want to know that don't go near that. That might be bad. Yeah, that's about our extent of bad, but we've extended this meaning to mean like people are bad or like certain traits are bad in our personality, and then we end up pushing those bad traits away from us, and we put on this, what it creates is this mask. We put on this mask for people about what they do, like what is okay, what is acceptable in society. We put on this mask for people, like these positive qualities. Like for me, it's being sweet and nice and like, being a good listener and like being quiet, and that created a angry monster because, like, I'm also angry. That's also part of me. But that was never accepted. I was always told that my anger isn't okay. I need to control it. Blah, blah. And that just ended up leading to this whole fucking mental illness bullshit that it's just I've now renounced because I realized that it was society telling me that that it wasn't okay to have these negative feelings when it is. There's nothing wrong with anger. It's there for a reason. It's there to tell you something. It's a message from your subconscious trying to get through to your conscious to tell you about who you are, about how you actually feel in any given situation. You gotta listen to that. Okay? You can't, that doesn't mean you go out and punch somebody because they make you feel angry. No. That's bringing the level to extreme. We gotta come to this level of balance. Your anger comes up, don't suppress it. You notice it. Sit there and notice that you're angry, and you just be like, anger comes up, just like, hi, anger. How are you today? Whereas your normal reaction will probably be, no, I'm not angry. Push that away. Push that to the side. Start thinking about something else, right? Yeah, that's your usual reaction to any emotion, usually anger, that makes you feel uncomfortable. Anger is our biggest one because anger masks other emotions. We use anger as a mask because a lot of the other emotions, the negative emotions like fear, are make us really uncomfortable. It's actually a real problem in our society because if you ever express fear to anybody, you're probably going to get eaten by a tiger. That's how nature works. So you can't. There's probably a reason we have it, but we also have to deal with these things in a healthy way so they're not suppressed. Like instead of just pushing it to the back of your head and trying to think about something else, notice it, deal with it. Like, think about it. What is it? Why am I feeling angry? What's going on here? Start thinking about, get to the root of it. Start uncovering that, anger, and then maybe you'll find out there's actually something deeper going on. There's, some, really, really, you're just scared. You're scared. You're scared of cops because, well, I mean, why wouldn't you be? Cops are fearmongers. That's their job. But you gotta remember that's them. They're the ones vibrating on fear, not you. That's what I do. I remember. I love those cops because I can't give into their fear. Every time I see them, I just send them love. That's what I'm doing now. And that's really shadow work. That's working with the negativity to bring it up to a positive, not suppressing the negativity. That's toxic. Suppressing it is not toxic. What you want to do is transcend it, transmute it. What the alchemists did, they turned lead into gold. So what you got to do is you got to bring that negativity up to the surface, deal with it, look at it, see why you're angry, and then you work with it. You find a healthy way to release it. Maybe you cry about it. Maybe you go punch a pillow. Don't punch a person. Obviously, there's healthy ways to deal with these intense charged emotions that come up without suppressing it and without it turning into a violent rage later on. And that's what we got to do. We got to bring this up to the surface so we can deal with it. We can release it. That way, by releasing it, you can let it go. You can transcend into a more positive emotion. You let that shit go, bring it into your awareness. It no longer controls you because it's not repressed and sitting in there in the dark anymore. So that's what shadow work is. It's just bringing your negative shadow qualities, your darkness, to the surface so your conscious reality right here, and then you can let it go and release it. And that's what the alchemists did. That's turning lead into gold. That's what we're meant to do in society. I mean, we have to do with spirituality. So don't suppress it. Bring it up to the surface. Let it out. Release it. That's shadow work. Thanks, guys.